What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Toxic Gaming. Today we are going to be going over another deck from the Midterm Paradox box. If you guys are excited for this type of content, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content just like this one. Now, if you guys do not know, the Roids are alright. It's a pretty alright deck by me, if I do say so myself. This deck is very cool for the simple fact that it makes Roids a little bit more playable, at least for your higher level Roid monsters. This is probably one of the least powerful skills out of these three skills we got coming from Cyrus in this deck, but I do like it a lot, and I want to give it the credit that it is due. Now, this deck says that you can use Vehic Roid Connection Zone to fusion summon any Roid monster from your extra deck. That skill does not matter too much in this deck in particular. All Roid monsters whose original level is 6 or lower can be normal summoned or set without tributing, which is very, very good for our Rescue Roid or our UFO Roid. And then for the best part of this skill, in my opinion, it says that if a non-fusion Roid monster attacks an opponent's monster, it gains attack equal to its level times 100 during the damage step only. If you control a non-machine monster, you flip this card over. So that's the biggest downside of this skill, but other than for that, I think this skill is very, very awesome. Actually, I actually really like this skill. I like the idea for it a lot, and I'm very excited to be doing this video. But this skill is cool in my opinion because you get out Rescue Roid. Rescue Roid is probably my second favorite Roid monster. Look at him. He has a dumb face, and I like it a lot. But he has a really cool effect as well that says when a Roid monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can return that monster to its owner's hand. This skill allows you to summon this monster without tributing. You can also set it without tributing as well. And not only that, but when it declares an attack on an opponent's monster, you will gain an additional 600 attack points, making this into a powerful 2200 beater. On top of that, you are also able to play the UFO Roid. Now, this card in this deck in particular is kind of okay. That's why we're playing it at 2. Now, if you go aggro with the skill itself, it becomes a 1800 beater, which is it's okay. But the best part about it is that it's a floater. This will allow you to get into your Express Roid, which gets monsters back from your graveyard when summoned, and Submarine Roid, which can attack directly. UFO Roid is definitely just here to be a floater and get you to your materials as fast as possible. Steam Roid, in my opinion, is probably the best card for this deck, because not only is it going to be getting its 500 attack point boost off of declaring an attack, but it's also going to be getting an additional 400 attack point boost, equaling out to 900, making this into a 2700 attack point beater, and I think that is incredible for this deck. Express Roid is also being played in this deck as a, able to get your monsters back from graveyard after you use them for fusion material that way, or if you have too many Steam Roids in your graveyard or Rescue Roids in your graveyard, you can just get them back. So I think that this card is being played in this deck. It's very, very nice. Drill Roid, in my opinion, is probably the best Roid monster standing alone. Being able to destroy defense monsters by card effect is very powerful because you're able to get over cards like DD Warrior Lady or Man-Eater Bugs. This card is actually very, very good. I'm very happy that we got it in this deck, and I think it's going to be very nice in the future, and we're going to see a lot of competitive play with it. Submarine Roid is played at 1 in this deck. It is probably the worst one out of all the cards we went over, but it's my favorite Roid monster. Now, why is it my favorite? Have you seen the torpedo? Why does it look like that? Why is it so angry? Why did you give the torpedo personality? I'll never know. But it can also attack your opponent's life points directly, and when it does so, it switches to defense mode. So this card has that going for it, and that's actually not that bad. I don't think that this card gets any boost from attacking directly. No, it does not. It's when it attacks an opponent's monster. So either way, I don't think that the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is its original attack. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you're only doing 800, but you know what 800 damage is? That is a fifth of your opponent's life points. Yeah, so that is very, very good in a format like Speed Duels. The next card in our deck is going to be the Vehic Roid Connection Zone. Now, this card is actually a very cool polymerization for the deck. You are able to fusion to your Super Vehic Jumbo Roid, and when you do, your Jumbo Roid becomes unaffected by card effects, and its effects cannot be negated. So that is very, very nice. Next on our list is going to be the Book of Moon. We are playing the Niagara ban list for these decks that I am coming up with for this. Book of Moon is a 3 of in that list, so we are playing it at 3. And then Nightmare Wheel is at 2. I think this card is very degenerate and very good at the same time, being able to completely control your opponent's monster by allowing them not to attack or change their battle position, and also inflicting 500 burn damage during your standby phases is a very good card. Our boss monster for this deck is the Super Vehicle Roid Jumbo Drill. This is a 3,000 attack point monster that takes Steam Roid, Drill Roid, and Submarine Roid to summon it, which is a very, very powerful card in my opinion, right? And yeah, what it does is that when it attacks defense position monster, again, does piercing damage. And then on top of that, it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects, and its effects cannot be negated. So it creates a very powerful boss monster for your deck. That, in my opinion, is just really nice to have. Going over a little bit how this skill works in the situation that we are in right here. If we are going first, it would be nice for us to set our spell and trap cards and not summon our Steamroid. Now, we don't summon our Steamroid here because when your opponent monster declares an attack, it becomes a 1300 little baby. So we will then summon the Rescue Roid, but because we're going first, we can also normal set the Rescue Roid, which will protect our monster. We then have Book of Moves to protect him as well as Nightmare Wheels, which is nice in my opinion. Going into your next turn, you're able to draw for turn, drawing into the UFO Roid, which is pretty nice, but now we can go aggro, flipping the Rescue Roid to attack mode, normal summoning the Steam Roid, and now, like I said before, this card itself will become a 2700 attack point monster, while this card here will become a 2200 attack point monster, which is very good. Also, keep in mind, if they do decide they want to beat over your Steam Roid because he becomes a baby when he's attacked, your Rescue Roid will be able to bounce him right back to your hand. That way you can utilize them for later. Having the UFO Roid in your hand as well is very nice because you're able to actually set it face down like we did with the Rescue Roid. It can then float, or again, you can go aggro with it and still let it float later on. We still have plenty of the spell and trap card zones as protection for our monsters, and I think it's just very good. Of course, this is not showcasing you the fusion summon of the monsters, but in my opinion, this is just an added bonus to the deck because mainly you're going to be going aggro with your Rescue Roid and your Steam Roids, so that is very nice to have. But if you guys enjoy this type of content and you are excited to see more content just like this, make sure you leave a like on this video and make sure you subscribe. If you have any ideas to how to make this better, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below. I love to hear any and all ideas you guys have. And yeah, above all else, I want you all to have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.